In a small town hidden deep in the woods stood an ancient house, old, crumbling, and long abandoned. Inside its dark walls, a secret slept, a curse waiting to be awakened. Three friends, Emma, Josh, and Lily, dared to venture inside, driven by a legend passed down through whispers. The legend of Bloody Mary.
"Say her name 3 times before a mirror,"
they said,
"and she will come for you."
As they stood in front of the cracked mirror, they chanted the forbidden name. "Bloody Mary! Bloody Mary! Bloody Mary!" At first, there was nothing but silence. But soon, she appeared. Her face pale, her eyes filled with rage and sorrow, her voice an eerie whisper. "You called me. Now I need you." The friends were no longer just playing a game. They had awakened something dark, something real. The group leaves the house, but Bloody Mary is not done with them. Back in their own homes, strange things start to happen. Bloody handprints. Reflection on the rain puddle. And reflections that did not smile back. Desperate to escape the curse, they returned to the house to uncover the truth. Bloody Mary was no vengeful witch, but a woman unjustly condemned. Her spirit had been trapped in the mirrors, doomed to seek those who summoned her. In the mirror room, the friends faced her once more. With the mirror she once owned, they revealed her forgotten past. For the first time, she saw herself not as a monster, but as the innocent soul she once was. With a tear of blood, she whispered, "I was innocent. Let me rest." The mirror shattered, and with it, the curse was lifted. Her restless soul finally found peace. But as the friends turned to leave, a single shard of the broken mirror lay on the ground, and in it, a faint reflection of Bloody Mary lingered, watching, waiting.
The legend of Bloody Mary is one of the most famous and widespread urban legends in the United States and many other parts of the world. It is a ghost, phantom, witch, spirit, and paranormal ritual that involves summoning the spirit of Bloody Mary through a mirror to reveal the future. The legend has many variations, but the core concept is that saying her name multiple times in front of a mirror can bring forth a terrifying ghostly apparition. The ritual typically takes place in a dimly lit or dark room, often with a single candle or minimal lighting. Participants are told to stand in front of a mirror and chant Bloody Mary a specific number of times, usually 3 or 13 times. As the person repeats the name, the legend claims that the ghostly figure of Bloody Mary will appear in the mirror, often with a horrifying face, blood streaming from her eyes, sometimes as a vengeful woman dressed in white, as a corpse, witch, and ghost that can either be friendly, evil, or a demonic spirit. Historically, the divination ritual encouraged young women to walk up a flight of stairs backward holding a candle and a hand mirror in a darkened house. As they gazed into the mirror, they were supposed to be able to catch a view of their future husband's face. There was, however, a chance that they would see a skull or the face of the Grim Reaper instead, indicating that they were going to die before they would have the chance to marry. Depending on the version of the story, different things are said to happen if Bloody Mary appears. She may scream at you or curse you, she may scratch your face or cause physical harm, She may drag you into the mirror or trap your soul. And some versions claim she could drive you insane or cause you to die shortly after. The legend varies greatly depending on the region and storyteller, with some versions suggesting that Bloody Mary is a benign spirit, while others depict her as a violent and vengeful ghost. The origins of the Bloody Mary story are unclear, with several theories linking the legend to different historical figures or folklore traditions. Some possible inspirations include: first, Mary I of England. One of the most well-known theories connects the legend to Queen Mary I of England, known as Bloody Mary, because of her persecution of Protestants during her reign. She earned her nickname due to the hundreds of people she had burned at the stake for heresy. The association with blood could be tied to her brutal history or her personal struggles, such as multiple miscarriages, which might have contributed to her becoming part of a tragic ghost story. In some variations, the spirit is named Mary Worth, a woman who may have been involved in witchcraft, executed for her crimes, or died violently. Her restless spirit is believed to have come back seeking revenge. Some versions describe her as a witch who cursed the mirror before her death. Another theory suggests that Bloody Mary was a young woman who died under tragic circumstances, often linked to child loss, suicide, or murder. This theme of loss and despair is common in ghost stories and could explain why she is often depicted as crying blood or being associated with sorrowful imagery. Many scholars and folklorists believe the Bloody Mary legend is tied to themes of adolescence, especially concerning the transition from childhood to adulthood. Adolescents are often self-conscious about their appearance, and mirrors can symbolize self-reflection or distorted self-image. Bloody Mary's ghost could represent fears about identity or transformation. Rites of passage opinion is that the ritual is often performed at sleepovers or in peer groups, serving as a test of courage. It's a form of ritual daring, where participants confront their fears in a safe but controlled environment. Bloody Mary's story taps into a universal fear of the unknown, specifically the fear of mirrors, as portals to another realm, or reflections of something sinister beyond our world. Why mirrors? The idea that spirits can be summoned through mirrors has deep roots in many cultures. Mirrors are often considered mystical objects because they reflect the world in reverse, sometimes believed to act as gateways between the world of the living and the dead. This belief is central to the Bloody Mary ritual. In folklore, mirrors are sometimes covered or turned around in a home when someone dies to prevent their spirit from being trapped inside the mirror. The Bloody Mary legend gained significant traction during the late 20th century, spreading through word of mouth, books on folklore, and urban legend compilations. It's often featured in popular culture, appearing in horror movies, TV shows, and even internet stories. For example, the TV show Supernatural had an episode based on the Bloody Mary myth, and the film Candyman, though a different legend, shares many similarities to the Bloody Mary ritual. In conclusion, Bloody Mary is a quintessential ghost story that merges history, folklore, and psychological themes. Its eerie, mirror-based ritual has allowed it to endure for generations, thrilling and frightening those brave enough to summon her. The appeal lies in its simplicity and the universal fear of what might lurk just beyond our reflection.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.